I don't know what this is. We're gonna just go ahead and get into it.
It's a pretty blind game right here.
Mm-hmm.
Please make sure audio is on. Exotic Butters.
Exotic Butters.
Yes.
WASD controls, right?
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing The Beginner's Guide. My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way. And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
Okay. That was a solid introduction, honestly.
That was a really solid introduction. Okay, so we're just gonna be going through this guy's old games. Warning.
Oh! Oh my goodness, that scared the hell out of me.
Alright, evacuate immediately, okay.
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
Your gun works.
No, it's good.
It kind of reminds you of like an
Security
old
call
Halo game.
breached. Hostile alien life forms inbound.
You ever play Halo?
No.
It kind of looks
Really?
like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets.
Yeah, I just found that out.
But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Enemy force neutralized. Begin to
I
evacuate.
heard a door open.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
yeah.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Even if these were just throwaway games, these are also like I don't know. These are nice.
Yeah. they're still
Apparently, the
pretty
space
good.
station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know.
You
There's
always
really no
stick
reason
to
for
the
it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Oh no.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it?
Nah, I'm good.
Could you give yourself?
Nah.
I'm good. I don't want to.
Most would just like stop it like with their mind.
Probably.
Oh my
Let me pause
goodness,
you for
it's
a
just
second.
tearing you.
What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Oh. Oh!
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
The beam
yeah,
causes you to
okay.
start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it, like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Still 2008. The past was behind
Yep,
her.
in this game you can only walk backwards.
Oh.
I was trying to press forward earlier.
Wow, that's a really weird concept for a game. I like that though.
It is though.
It's neat.
I mean, even okay.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
Wait, there's one to the left.
Yeah, I saw. Past was behind her, but the future cannot be seen. Why does the future keep changing?
Even the music feels very experimental.
I know. When she stops and looks, it becomes clearer. But if the future is always behind her, how will she find the strength to confront it?
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Huh. I like how it still said 2008.
Yeah. Okay, can I actually walk normally this time? Only walk forward though. You are now entering. Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Okay.
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
I
I
like
wish I'd known him at the time that he was making
his
these
style
early
of
games.
making games.
He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
He's got a point. And I mean, that's really how I worked whenever I started making games just on the stupid Scratch. Whenever. Oh, I'm going slower.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
I'm not gonna do it. Walk myself all the way over there.
But like you were saying, your Scratch.
Yeah, when I was still using the stupid Scratch, whenever I, like, didn't understand something, I would just kind of just leave that game entirely, probably forget about it too, and just kind of make another game, trying to just base it all around that problem that I couldn't figure out.
It's an interesting way to fix a bug.
Yeah.
This almost seems like a podcast, too.
Stand on X for the bear for hours. Game only shows console. Game filled with chairs except one chair full. I'm guessing this is all his ideas for this room.
A room
Yeah.
that's warm and nice
The little ideas,
and
wow.
filled with little ideas for games.
You run a shop inside your body, selling your orders.
Coda would often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very
tough
slow
stuff.
climb to get there.
I like that quote. That's a nice quote.
2009.
Yeah, that's when I was born. Oh wait, I don't know if I should have said that.
Ready, set, fish. Fish.
I mean, what can people really do with my birthday? So I don't know. Besides being creepy, but
Yeah.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
It's just a lever. It's pretty easy.
I was just like, yeah, just maybe it's not.
Oh, I think I know. Oh, I just soft locked myself. Oh,
Don't forget that
geez.
solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again
Whoa.
soon.
Okay.
We're gonna see it a lot.
3 dots.
3 dots.
Tres puntas. Wait, no, puntos. Oh, Panda Prenda.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve the puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Yo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whoa. Oh. Oh.
How about that?
Wait,
There was
that's
more to it than
crazy.
we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
Need to believe.
Back to this game.
Because that almost takes a religious route of not really understanding,
Aha.
but to believe. You
So
know?
this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the Stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
Okay. March 2009. The Great and Lovely Descent. Oh.
Oh. Imagine like you're dying in like 80 years, and this is the
Let's
last
talk
thing
about
you see.
video game development for a second.
Might bring it to your
Every
death.
video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
The streetwise fool.
To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source.
Source.
Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly.
I was thinking of using
One of the
Source.
things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors.
Yeah.
That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well. The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
Oh. I'm gonna buy a cello.
Buy a cello.
Yeah. Let's how.
I can make it all the way
I've been
up.
thinking about it. Probably good. I've been thinking about that though, because like Loki. Have you heard of cello?
Yeah.
How they play it? It's pretty nice. I don't know. I'd like to learn it. I mean, I think it is just 4 strings, just as a bow now. Wait, there's something in the middle. How'd you get that?
It's a light.
Oh, it's a light. Oh, they're closing behind you. I like this music. Oh. Oh yeah, there's.
Go anywhere. Okay.
This prison,
Oh.
funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go.
What?
If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
That reminds me of that one game.
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
Oh, there's glass.
It does feel like that hit him kind of hard, you know?
Making just hundreds of games where it's just a box.
I guess he's not like. It's almost like he's not proud of his work.
Yeah.
Because he was saying that he just kind of often not just leaves it.
I mean, I feel that. Definitely. When I used to make games from scratch, I would just make games like just random things like this. Some of it wouldn't even have like a
It's the
purpose.
puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time. There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Huh.
You there.
Here, Coda begins using a kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities.
Huh.
Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
I'll be orange, you be the yellow since you're playing.
I'll be the yellow, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, there was an enormous prison. I spent hours in there.
That's the world above. You've been there.
Now this is important.
Did you have to get through a
Puzzle with 2 doors and switches?
Yes, I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here.
Again. Perfect. Now, please, tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution.
Tell us how to get to the other side.
Trust me, you don't want to go over there.
Oh no, but I do.
We do. We need to get there. Do you understand? It is the most important thing in the world. We have to escape this prison.
There must be an ending.
I promise you, there is nothing I want more.
Alright.
Also, I think we're delayed.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, actually, no, I just paused a little bit to read.
Hello? How did you get here? Was there a puzzle you had to pass through?
Yes, do you want to know how to solve it?
No. We actually find the black space between the doors to be far more interesting. Have you seen it yet?
Actually, now that you mention it, I remember a strange feeling as we passed through.
Don't think too hard about it. You'll see it again soon. Wait, I haven't been looking at their heads. Do their heads change?
They turn, the middle one turns to speak and listen.
Oh. That's cool.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
This game makes me feel some feelings. I don't know.
I don't know how to explain them, but I feel feelings.
It makes, I don't know, it's strange.
Yeah. Like, do you feel what I'm feeling?
I'm not like, I don't know what you're feeling. If you're feeling anything at all right now, or if you're just
It's a
feeling,
lamp.
oh, it's just a normal game.
Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
Okay. But it seems like a lot of uncertainty is what I'm getting.
Yeah.
April 2009, the game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you see are left by other players.
Oh.
Huh.
That's a pretty cool little additive.
Nice room. Not.
That's mean.
Okay. In the book.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but
How do
this
you
game
deduce
is
it?
not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're going to see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy trying to get his attention. I was over enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually.
No
One
point
thing-
to this.
One thing I am realizing too is do you see the terms he's speaking? It sounds like there's a lot of notes.
I know.
Not to be like a Debbie Downer or anything, but he's using a lot of was, wers, and is Coda dead?
That's what I was thinking. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Reasonable.
Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them.
Hey.
Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played. But it's ironic, isn't it? That in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing.
Oh my
I could just get to know you
Oh.
through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
Huh.
Like the dude was talking about, in a lot of these notes I am getting a sense of loneliness.
Yeah.
And a lot of... Another thing I also am seeing is... a lot of hatred for his own game.
Yeah, there's a word for that. Self-deprecation, I think.
Self-deprecation, yeah. Okay.
But
okay.
recognize me, please.
Yeah. There's nothing here. Go back. Listen to the guy.
I'll be right back. Keep flying.
Alright. Stop, turn back. Proceeding further will only result in misery. Hello everyone, this is editor version of me. Just wanted to drop in at the moment to say sorry for the big change in genre of game. As I know, it's basically already been a year since I last uploaded. But I'm finally back and able to edit. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video, and please like and subscribe. Also, if you guys have any suggestions for games I should play next, please give me some, because I genuinely like playing this one. It was fun. But anyways, please enjoy. Or all of you. We're all here now.
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
The 3 dots again.
In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
I can't even go down there if I want to. This puzzle has a solution. Literally here for more help. Nope. So does it make sense the second door went open?
And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause.
Oh, it's the same thing.
Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here, to step back and connect the pieces together, to grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
Huh. This whole crowd.
Oh my god.
I don't know. How do you leave notes? Typewriters. Lamppost again.
Are you there? Please say something. It can be anything. I just need you. Just say something. Talk to me, please. Why are you having so much difficulty talking? Speak, 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 and speak!
May to June 2009. Porn stars TikTok.
Okay, this one is tough. It's gonna kind of just
Sorry, what? I
spin
didn't
its
even hear
own
it. I didn't
wheels
read it.
for a few minutes. Hang with it.
I don't want to read that.
So, back rooms. One, I left to go get something to munch on, so hopefully you don't hear my munching. Two,
I've been
I wanted to
munching too.
see how alone did that feel? Being in that little alone room, reading all those messages and
knowing my
Huh?
presence was gone,
Not that long, honestly. Felt like a good minute.
You feel alone?
Nope.
See, like,
Oh.
this is it, the whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
Oh well.
what furniture ought to go in the center of this room.
Put a giant hole. Wow.
That's not a hole.
That is not a hole.
Okay, now what about along the wall of the room?
I want a washing machine. That's not a washing
No, that's not a
machine.
washing machine.
It's not a washing machine. You should light up this room a bit.
I think. Okay.
I'm thinking a 10 by 12 recessed electrical 6-inch soft LED ceiling lights with fluorescent trim.
I'm thinking.
Oh,
Hey,
this is not what I asked for.
And a table. You need a table.
Who are you exactly? What exactly are you doing this from?
oh.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
Huh.
So, okay, he throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Hello, please wait forward. Please walk forward. This guide will enable you to escape any prison. Follow the instructions carefully. Take care that you remember each step. First, click on this type. Good. Now go over to the frame and click. Just turn it slightly. Now turn the floor lamp in this room off, then turn it back on. Now go to the left side sofa, move it over a little. Finally touch the shelves. That's it. In a real prison, this escape will now open. Return to the start to be taken back to your prison. Okay. Wow. The three dots again, it keeps appearing everywhere.
Yeah. Oh.
I saw it on like a stair at that place when you left.
Oh. I wonder if he'll mention anything about that.
I mean, why wouldn't he? It's a pretty noticeable thing.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape. Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this, to see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on? But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop, that particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
Where are we?
Am I? Where the hell am I? Oh.
Oh, okay.
Lamppost.
Oh yeah, lamppost again.
Sorry, the freaking sun was glaring on my freaking monitor. I couldn't see anything. Phone booth. Oh.
Hello? Who's this?
Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison.
You're me? So you were trapped in this, you were trapped in this prison too?
It's a conversation. And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone.
That's where I am right now.
But the irony is that
I'm
even
so
in
glad
this
to know that I
scenario,
get out
you're
eventually.
still talking to yourself.
What's it like to escape?
You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
I have noticed that. Actually, let's see. It feels like being completely still and wildly in motion at the same time.
Do you feel any difference? Oh, different. Sometimes I'm scared I'll get out and then things will be the exact same as before.
It actually does change. I don't feel like the same person at all.
Oh, good. That's nice to hear.
That makes me feel
Really happy.
It's still me, but I'm not somehow. It's hard to describe.
Wait, if you're me, then did you get a call from another version of you when you were trapped?
Yes, I did get a call. That's.
Oh.
Okay.
Then can you tell me how to get out? Maybe I can come find you. What do I have to do?
To get out, just talk with me for a bit.
What? That will free me. How does that work?
It will make sense.
Okay. I can talk. Let's just talk for a bit.
Will you be here?
I will be here for as long as you need.
I can see why he considers this a fitting
Huh.
conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
August 2009.
So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
This also feels like, I don't know if there
To
was
me,
this
this environment
video.
is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
But
You're saying?
there was this video book. I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was a quote.
But it was the it was like the 5 stages, like how like there's like 5 stages of death and grieving. It was like a 5 stages of depression. And it's this guy going through this world and like his life and unraveling these problems that come in as like people, or I think it was like enemies or something. But it's supposed to reference, depression.
Yeah.
Sounds green. You can read it.
Well, my goodness, I'm glad as all heck that you showed up. Thought I might be having to clean this entire house by myself. And right miserable.
You'll notice
That
that the
would have
quality of the art
Everyone
is a
knows
step
my
up from
lots of hands
previous games,
make a lousy
including this
noise.
new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Well, now that you might be getting a little ahead of yourself there now, why don't we just start cleaning? Then you decide whether you can do it all night. Finish up here. Would you please come to the table? Much nicer. Now would you please run in the bedroom and make the bed? While you're there, why don't you straighten out the rug a bit? All the little details matter. Do you enjoy being house cleaner? Well, I don't enjoy it as so much as I need it. While I'm working, I feel kind of calm that rests in the pit of my ribcage. My soul just can't be soothed in any other way, it seems. Which, I guess, is all about all that matters. Oh, that? And a tidy couch. Would you straighten the pillows on the sofa out there? Oh dear, looks like someone spilled the drink over by the couch. Maybe mop that up as long as you're over there. I feel compelled to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? Make it especially cheesy. No. Okay, wow. No, it was stupid, sorry. Never mind. Hey, these dishes need to be washed. Why don't you come do that? Last time I checked the tub, needed a cleaning, but you scrub it down as best as you can. No need to be perfect. We're all just human.
Wait, look in the mirror.
Are those books still scattered on the floor of the bedroom? If so, could you put them back on the shelf? Perfect. Now then, how about you come and clear out
After the
dishes off
intense
the
set
table?
of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
Your house is only as difficult to clean as you are. if you're finding the work hard, maybe you have a bit of housekeeping to do before you come to work.
I knew that Coda really liked this game. Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy all the time, just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
Don't even worry about no nonsense. Just smooth out the rug at the bottom in the bedroom. I get it. It's a weird thing to say, so it's just me. Let's keep doing this. Books. Would you please clean up the books? Thanks.
This guy's job, right? Why are we doing his job?
I'm not, bro. Goodness, these pillows over on the couch are a real mess.
I'm glad he
Did you
made
ever
this.
fit?
I'm glad he found some peace.
Question.
But,
Do you
of
enjoy
course,
this?
it can't last.
No?
The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
Is this the dark space?
Yeah. You didn't hear him earlier when I was talking. He thought of doing something with the dark spaces in between doors. There's the lamppost again. You know what's funny? I didn't see the 3 dots while we were actually doing this whole thing.
Maybe he's let go of it.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
September 2009.
I like that.
This one gets a bit goofy.
Yeah.
Why did you come here today? Was it to improve your life? No, the sun's raised this way.
Was it to get a better job? Was it to make your relationships more meaningful? No. You came here to become perfect. This workshop is going to teach you how to be perfect. I want all your friends, people in your life, to look at this and think, wow, this person is a better human being than I am. Right now, who do you think about that way in your life? Who do you know who is well developed as a person that make you feel the sky's compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful? I intend to make you feel like that person, or make you into that person. Perfection is within your grasp. And the question is not how do we do it, but how do we do it effortlessly?
About halfway through the
This
game,
is easy.
the perspective
It is so
shifts.
easy. It is so easy. Being perfect is effortless.
Yup!
Oh, it's the freaking thing
The
from
orb.
So,
No.
And you play as the teacher. And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
I love you. It's just that you make me feel cold on the inside. Huh?
Weird.
I think this is like their conscious. Also, it's the
Yeah.
thing from Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
That was funny though. I was doing the voice at first, and I felt kind of racist, so I stopped. But then it started kind of going to what's his name? What is the one guy from like the Emperor's New Groove? There.
Kronk.
Yeah, yeah, Kronk. Like in the middle, I started kind of like leaning over there.
Nothing, no one.
I felt pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. to assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human. I think about this game a lot these days.
Huh. 2010.
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice
for
as long as
2010
it
and
took them to
2008, it's
make
pretty
any
good.
other game before this. And it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Go onto the stage.
No. I jumped a bit.
Alright, the performance is beginning! Places, please! In this scene, you will be playing as me. We are at a gathering of professionals. First, you'll start out leaning against this wall. Good! Stay right there.
It just looks like you just like stuck to it.
I know. The woman across the room in this chair is a professional photographer. It is your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her, to gain something to succeed. Go on, say something to her. Hello?
I feel like
Hello?
Nero Blackstone's
That's
singing.
it? That's not a conversation. You need to actually converse with her. Be a human being. Do it again. I love
I like you.
I love No, no, no. That's not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just that one moment, but I was confident. Maybe it's that you need to feel like you're sitting there with a lot of people around us. Let's give you some props to work with. These cones that bounce when you touch them, they will represent people nearby. I'll talk to her again. Oh, I can actually move now. Wise, happy, focused, successful.
Turns green.
Yeah, no, I don't know what the top is. Oh! There you go. What are some sacrifices you've had to make? You're messing it up all again. You'll freak her out if the conversation gets that personal that quickly. Do you not realize how important this was for me? You'll never get another opportunity like this. Let's try something. Try stepping back from the stage. Lamppost.
Oh, it's the lamppost.
Oh, let's go. Oh no, it's right there. All the way back.
How back?
Oh. Back to the prison.
That also felt like a conscious, though, you know? Because
I mean, I feel that when I'm talking to someone, I'm just like, man, what should I say? This? No, that sounds stupid. Just no, that. Why would I say that? You know?
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
The
Yes.
game ends
Now
with
this
this
is
eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw,
I was about to say
hide
that.
himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer. But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
Wow.
Jeez. June 10th, June 2009. Mobus Trip. To play this game properly, you must have your eyes closed. Click to begin the game.
Whoa.
Okay.
What's going on?
What's
Captain,
going
what can we
on?
do? Oh yeah, you can read those actually.
Oh,
I'm
that's
blind!
a lot.
I'm blind. I can't die like this. And then my vision suddenly went black. It happened to me too. Are we going to crash? There's a giant door and my vision went black. You can't see anything either.
Please, someone talk to me.
Can't you do something to fix this? No, I have no idea where we are. We're going to crash, aren't we? Are we going to get killed by a giant door? Maybe we... What's going on?
Oh, it's a paradox.
Huh.
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
Research. Blind. Captain. Okay. I see. Lampposts. I saw it.
Oh yeah, the lamppost. Wait, look around for the 3 dots too.
I didn't see them anymore. Right there.
The whisper machine. Wait, really?
Yeah. Only way to stop
Oh,
is to
yeah.
make something that is honest. I can't keep making these.
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way. His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Damn. December 2010. Where is this? Where am I? Oh.
Huh.
Where did this island come from?
There's like someone breathing. I can smell their hot breath.
I know. Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. Where? What's wrong? You
Where
look
are you?
lost. Where are you? When I try to create, I feel empty. Oh no. What happened? Did something change? There was a machine that kept me going, and it stopped.
I like this little...
I know. Wait, looking for a machine? I think I know where it is.
This
the
part.
whisper machine?
I know.
Guess take me to
This
it.
part? Yeah.
If the
I could do it
last
this
game
way.
featured
It's guarded
Coda
by a
talking
different puzzle.
explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even.
Damn,
And yet
it didn't even
still,
let me
he
choose the
keeps
one I
making
wanted.
Games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore.
Come along.
Why?
sir.
What is it for? Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
I mean, I kind of feel that. Like, I understand, but like,
What's the name?
Coda?
I forgot. I lost the thought.
Bro.
Oh yeah, it's almost like of course he doesn't have the energy to
Talk
do this
yourself out of loneliness.
anymore.
It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
When I try to create, I feel empty. Where am I? You have to take me to it. Deal. I've solved this puzzle before. Where did this island come from? These are all the ones I picked. And
Yeah.
it stopped. Except for this one. Okay, here we are. There's no machine here. Trust me, you'll see. You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say that game development is simple and joyous, and that you love it 100% of the time.
Also, okay, one, that is literally
Yeah.
what
I know.
self-coaxing is, like telling yourself that this is what brought you joy. And not only that, this breathing you're hearing now, that's like a panic attack breathing.
Yeah.
Because it's very whispery and like a and it's like you're going in.
Inwards breathing. Yeah.
Keep talking. Keep saying that creation is easy.
But if it feels like at first this is what Coda used to
Kind of like take himself out, you know, of
Yeah.
the world of stress. But now,
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me. I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
The prison again, and the lamppost. He's back at where he started.
yeah.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
May 2011. The Machine.
You said it was around 2008, 2011, right?
So this is
So
near the
we're-
end.
Yeah.
Has it really already been an hour?
Yeah? Has it?
Wow. Yeah, it has. We started like 2:45.
Jeez, dude. It felt like it's only been like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Here, you read. I'll do responses.
Okay. Ma'am, glad to see you arrived safely. We have captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you like.
I tend to be quick.
Very good. Just be warned that someone called the press, so we might have to have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing that you should know about the machine, as I couldn't read that.
It calls itself Coda.
Oh, it calls itself Coda. Whoa.
Press. When will we get to see the
When we get the
machine?
machine, when we get the
sounds?
answers, when we get the
Can
real
you
on the
tell us?
machine, how can we tell us about this?
I like that there were both of us talking. It felt like
Yeah,
there
I
was a-
know. The
And
machine.
of course, it's the machine.
You stopped. You
It's
stopped
funny because I've
feeding
heard that
us.
noise before.
Yeah.
What is it? Oh, it's the washing machine from our pool. The drying machine. You know when you push it down and it goes.
Oh.
That's right, I've heard that before.
Those people out there, can you imagine the pain you've put them through? You have to. Weird. Think carefully. I know how to hurt you. Alright then, I will speak to them for you. My followers, it falls on me to deliver bad news.
That is not what.
The machine will not apologize to us. This is not important. We are stronger. We will find a way to live without it. We do not need its games. Let us show it that we are no failures. Follow me. We will destroy the machine. Okay.
That is not what they agreed on.
That's not what they agreed on. Oh,
The gun!
where is
Look,
it?
it actually looks good now.
I know.
I mean, it looked good before, but like, you know.
There's shaders now.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh.
could all
He's
make sure
destroying
your
his
work dies
work.
here. Yeah. Isn't that what you're scared of? Having to live without your precious creations?
So now the
Gonna
work
deal
is
with
becoming
yourself?
self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his game. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
This is a really bad way to get someone out of their own head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because,
I mean, that,
Oh.
that loses trust. Oh.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game,
The
and
door.
some of the prison escape game. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Was.
yeah.
Put down your weapon.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy. So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made.
Oh.
So let's take a look.
June 2011. The Tower.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, The Tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game. This room actually has a maze in it.
Whoa.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
I was actually going pretty far there.
Yeah. Seen these blocks before.
Yeah. A lot of stairs.
Oh, you can crouch.
I've been able to crouch. I've been trying to figure out.
And to be fair,
where I
it's not like this is the
actually
first game
crouched.
that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
Excuse me. Oh,
The
when
only
did he
way
start
past
playing?
this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
One thing I am noticing, though, a lot with all of the games he's made, there's always been a constant in everything.
Yeah.
Take the cleaning chores one that he's been talking about, where it just feels like, I'm guessing he feels like everything's just been very repetitive. Everything he does feels repetitive. Another thing is just everything in the games being very constant, as if he feels everything is just, there is no change at all, or if he doesn't even want any change.
Yeah. Also, something I realized about this 151616 or whatever. That think of the sorry, yeah. Think of the ones as slashes. That's May 6th, 2007. Isn't that when he
That
started
is
making
true.
games?
That is when he started. That's when he started.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that. Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean.
3 dots.
And he wouldn't.
Wait, the 3 dots. Isn't that a like one of those exclamation points? There's like a couple of
I just
like
felt so
like
strongly
exclamation
that if I could have
points.
connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed.
You were saying?
There's like this book of like old exclamation points and stuff like that, like that aren't used anymore. Like there's this screaming question mark that isn't used anymore because why would you need to explain that someone's screaming and questioning at the same time? Now they just write that separately. But
I'm pretty sure there is one where it's like 3 dots. Besides, it being a, what are they called? Like the colon or whatever.
I mean, if we're talking about grammar here, oh crap.
Yeah, like grammar.
If we're talking about grammar here, 3 dots is usually, in like
The ellipse.
that long pause
Yeah.
before something happens.
But I remember that there was, because there's many, yeah, like there's one called the interrobang, a single mark questioning that's also an exclamation mark. So it's like, you're kidding me, which is yelling and exclamation mark, or question mark.
Huh.
But
Where did I screw up?
it's called an ellipses, though, the 3 dots.
Davey,
Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my
I'm
games.
the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I?
I need to ask you not to speak
Because of
to
what
me
I did.
anymore.
I poisoned it for you. I don't think I ever told you this,
I
but
wonder
when
at
I took your
times
work and I was showing it to people,
whether you think I
actually
am
felt-
making these games for you.
it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
You infected my
And
personal space,
The people who
and it's
played
possible
them,
I did begin to plant
they treated
solutions
me
in my
like
work
I was important.
somewhere hidden between the
They
games.
really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
If there was an answer, a meaning, would it make you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe. Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them. Oh, it wasn't him.
And then you stopped, and I didn't have anything left to show people.
Would you
I just had
simply
to be with myself.
let them be
And as soon as
what
that
they
happened,
are?
there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing.
When I'm
What
around
does
you,
that mean?
I feel physically ill. You desperately need something, and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you, than me. I realize this doesn't make sense to you just yet. That's fine. You're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks, and that you make peace with this thing you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I am talking about, don't say anything. There's the breathing.
That's
There's
why
no
I'm
lever.
releasing this collection of your work. Is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's
The
how
room's
badly I
closing
need
in
to
on me.
Yeah,
feel
the room is
something
closing.
again. Like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Epilogue.
It seems like it was never really a Coda problem. Coda was fine being who he was.
Yeah.
It was like being a leech, which I kind of understand.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease. Solution.
And it's always just his search.
I guess if someone had
answers.
told me ahead of time that he just
Yeah.
really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons. Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
So,
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be?
real.
It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
And you
This
know,
game feels like a huge reflection, but yeah.
yeah. You know, that's really what human nature is mostly. You know, you always hear that we're social creatures, but you also just gotta accept the fact that people, while some can say they don't care about what other people think, that's really what it is at the end of the day. Everyone's trying to get validation from other people.
Yeah. There's this, like you were saying, there's this thing, humans are very social creatures, but there's also this huge, like, limit of validation that most humans need.
What now?
Even if it's very bearable, they're like tiny.
Yeah.
Something to fill your life.
I think
purpose.
I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna... Okay.
This feels like a really deeper video than we've ever recorded before.
Yeah. I mean,
I wonder how this will be received.
I think I'm just gonna upload it like this. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I don't even really think you
Edit
need to edit it.
Yeah.
This is like,
This is.
What do you cut out?
Yeah. What do I cut out? Not only that, but also
There's
like.
not-
It's really engaging if I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah. And there's not, you can't really make jokes out of this. This game feels complete in an almost a not
Yeah.
complete sense.
Yeah. It does.
And that's why I also like making these videos on YouTube, because it's like, at the end of the day, Hermes, this is our work. Even if it is like how this is just us showing off other people's work, I could watch this in 20 years and just listen to us and just be like, wow, that was funny. That was me. This was us. This was what we were.
Yeah.
nice jump.
I'm gonna crack you, bro.
That's also why I started YouTube as well, because I want like something to be
Something
like,
to look back on.
yeah, something to look back on, something to go, hey, that was us. That was our print onto the world. If at any point we just fade out of existence, you know, this will be us.
Yeah. Back into this town hall. Oh no, it's a train station. This last segment, I'm guessing, is made by not Coda, but him,
Yeah.
because I haven't seen the
Three
three
dots.
dots or a lamppost.
But
And
we
it's also
see
funny too.
the beam.
Yeah, the whisper machine. The lamppost is gone too, which always appears at the end, because Coda told him to stop putting it in his games.
Will it bug out?
I don't know.
Can you move?
No, can only jump. Oh, here we go.
It bugged out. Wow.
A little space.
Turn back,
For
turn back from this cave.
Is Coda named Art, maybe?
maybe.
You said, let me
This project would
prove
not have
that
been possible
I'm
without the following individual.
brave. Let me keep
Bunch of people.
going. But the cave goes for
Turn back.
miles
Written by
and
Helena Harrow.
miles and miles. And you're so tired.
Additional thanks.
But I know that you're strong. So turn back. Turn back.
That was it.
So everyone, that was the beginner's guide.
And honestly, let's have a little bit of what's the word? A session or something like that. Assessment.
Yeah.
I think the game did hit its like demographic, its target. I feel like it really hit like the nail down to the hammer or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was great. I don't think it would. I think the way they executed it was great. I think there was no other way to complete it or empty it. It felt so complete yet incomplete in a weird way, but you know that felt nice. What do you think about it?
It definitely had a lot of self-reflection on the dude who posted it.
Yeah.
What's it called? Oh, what I noticed too is could be just me just overanalyzing, but you know how you said the code was supposed to be March 2009?
I said May 2007.
2007. Well, it started all the way in 2008, it looks like.
Okay, so then
So it was
yeah,
a
there's probably
random
just something
code.
random. That's close.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, it was definitely interesting.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.